Good early afternoon. Oh, well, it's not early afternoon. Well, yeah, it is. It's almost 11. So happy early afternoon, fellow and future weirdos of the flock. Welcome to my party pen. We have a great time spending time with capital G. Well, usually it's early in the morning, but right now it's early afternoon. So, did you take your medicine? Did I take? Yes, I took my medicine. Did you take yours? Oh, you did. Good deal. Okay. Come on in to my party pen. Stop in the kitchen and get you some Keep Other People Alive juice. We do have protein powder, but I forgot to make it. No, I was up early. Yes, yes, I was. But I was also lazy. So it's totally my fault. We're late. Yes, we'll just blame me, not people saying, God damn it, in the middle of my video earlier. That didn't happen. So, it's totally my fault. We're late. Um, we are on go. We're going to be doing chapter 13 today. But we left off yesterday. God was killing babies. Although I'm not totally sure if it was just babies or if it was babies, young men, and old men. I'm not exactly sure. It just says he kills the firstborn. And then he says Pharaoh, he killed the firstborn of Pharaoh, the one that sits on the throne. I don't know if he's Groot or not. It didn't say. So I'm not exactly sure if God just killed babies. Herod just killed babies, but again, that was a different country and a different guy. This guy is Egyptian, and I don't think he killed anybody's babies. So I'm not totally sure why God killed this guy's babies. Not exactly sure. But that's where we left off. And I am Nikki K the Great. I will be reading you Das Bible again because it's my favorite book and I missed a lot of shit. And there are a few questions that I need answered because, you read this once, you just get questions. So then you got to read it again because you're like, oh, that's the answer. Because you missed it the first time because you're retarded. Mostly talking about myself, by the way. Yes. My other personality is calling me retarded, not you. So, welcome to my party pen. I have cigarettes and weed, but not a lot of weed, but I have weed. Yesterday we had a quarter. Well, a little over a quarter. What do we have today? A little less than a quarter. Oh my God, we smoked too much weed. Listen, we're down to one bowl. So we got to make it last. Remember what I showed you? Hit it on the edge. That way it lasts. Anyway, that's what we have. And we're about to spend time with the big gay. So get prepared. Get all your stuff ready. I'm about to go make some protein coffee because I took my pills, but I forgot the juice. So I'm about to go make that real quick, and then we're going on to chapter 13. Chapter 13. All right, so The Pharaoh has kicked everybody out, right? He's like, y'all got to go. So we're picking up as they're leaving. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever opens the womb among the vampires, both man and beast. It is mine. And Moses was like, yo, people, check it out. Remember this day in which you came from Egypt. They don't remember that day and they don't celebrate it. It is not on the calendar. So, but whatever, out of the house of bondage, for by the strength of the hand of the Lord. Remember, he's only got one arm, okay? His arm was, of course. All right, hold on. I apologize. That was my crazy best friend. You know what? I do have a crazy best friend, but I've never met her in real life. We're like pen pals, but on the video, we're like video pals, and we've never met on in real life. So I guess that counts as I have a friend. But she won't talk to me about the Bible. Nobody will. And I don't know if it's because I don't tell the Bible in the way anybody's ever heard before. So they won't talk to me about the Bible. So you're my Bible friends. Thank you. Okay. So God was like, I want the firstborn. I do good with the firstborn. The good guys. No, they're not. The firstborn is always a bad guy. Always. It's never a good guy, the firstborn. Okay. And Moses said, remember this day. And they never remember this day. I wish it was on the calendar. Like, this is the day of freedom. Like, the black people have Juneteenth. Why don't? Because there is no more sons of Israel. That's probably why. Now they're just vampires. So they don't remember this day because now they're all pretend Jews. Okay. So remember this day when you were removed from bondage by the only hand of the Lord. There shall be no leavened bread. This day came ye out of the month Abib. Abib. I don't know what month that is. Why don't we Google it? Good idea, right? Okay, we're going to Google it. Did you see that? I missed my whole mouth because it's fun to be me. What month is Abib? What month is Abib? I don't know what this means. Oh, a vibe. Look, Google never understands me. Ever. Nissan. Okay. Hebrew calendar. Okay, so April. Oh, so this is directly after Passover? Okay, so this must be the seventh day of Passover, so that's April. Okay, so they were removed in April. So maybe one of the days in Passover, the last day of Passover? Okay. So remember the last day of Passover. There is no leavened bread. But I thought they could eat leavened bread on the seventh day. So this might be the eighth day. So the first month, April, the eighth day. So the day after Passover. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, which he sware. Oh, okay. So he swore unto all the people before you that he will give thee a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this month. So the eighth day, the day after Passover. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall be no leavened bread seen within thee. So no Wonder Bread. Throw that dollar store shit out. Neither shall there be leaven seen within thee in all thy quarters. Okay, so put in your neighbor's house. And you shall show your son in that day, saying, This is done because what the Lord did to me when I came out of Egypt. So, wait a minute. So, Passover is 7 days. So, did it take God 7 days to destroy those babies? And so, you don't eat leavened bread, so no Wonder Bread. And you can't hide the leaven in your bedroom. And show your kid that this is done because God killed thy babies. And it shall be for a sign. So you have a feast because I killed babies. Okay, listen, big guy. Why are they celebrating that? Listen, I don't. God logic, I get it. But it seems like this might be a trophy. You know how murderers have trophies? They're like, I'm going to take your ear. And then God's like, have a feast so I remember. Why? Listen. Okay, so God's trophy is a giant feast because he killed the babies. Okay, they're not all babies. I get it. And they were kind of mean. Yeah. But that was your fault. You made them mean. Okay, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. Well, listen. Why do you need a trophy? I will never understand that. Serial killers always need a trophy. But your trophy is a party. Listen, I'm not saying nothing. I already said it. I said what I said. Listen, I don't understand. God logic, Nikki. That's what it is. It's God logic. And you don't need to understand, you fucking retard. That's right. I don't need to understand. I just need to read it. That's what I need to do. Listen, I'm sorry, but why do you need Why do you need a party to remind you you killed everybody? You know you killed everybody. Okay. Okay, listen. And it shall be a sign to you upon your hand, and for a memorial between your eyes. So this is how you got a nose. Listen, listen. I'm just saying that the Lord. Oh, your mouth between your eyes. That don't listen. Listen, we're gonna, and it shall be a sign unto you upon your hand, and for a memorial between your eyes, that the Lord's law may be in your mouth. For with a strong hand has the Lord brought you out of Egypt. Well, he has no choice but to use his strong arm. I'm going to use my strong arm. Oh, listen, I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry. Listen. Okay. Okay. With God's strong arm, he brought you out of Egypt. And you shall, therefore, keep this ordinance in his season from year to year. So you got to remind him every year that he killed the babies. Listen, listen, I know that's not why. Yes, it is why. That is the exact reason why. I don't get it. Okay, listen. And it shall be when the Lord bring you into the land of the Canaanites, and he swore to you and your fathers, and shall give it to you. And you shall set apart unto the Lord all that open the matrix. What the fuck? Why didn't I read this before? Oh my god, I'm about to tell Dustin. Okay, I haven't told him yet. Hey, Dustin. Man, okay. Okay. That you shall set apart unto the Lord all that open the matrix. I guess I'm not. Okay. And hey, Dustin, listen, listen to this. And you shall set apart unto the Lord all that open the matrix. I know, isn't that insane? Listen, what does that mean? All that open the matrix. It says that. Listen, open the matrix and every firstling that comes of the beast that comes from your animal. But all that open the matrix, you think that's a cervix? But it does say womb previously, all that open the womb. But then it says matrix. You think that's a cervix? I bet Keanu Reeves did open the Matrix in real life. That guy is cool as fuck. I mean, he might not be in real life, but he seems like he's cool. Okay, that's Genesis chapter 13, verse 12. Oh, that opened the matrix. It is, whoa, that's insane. Okay. And every firstling that comes of a beast which you have, the males shall be the Lord. And okay, so every animal that has a baby, and if, and hold on, and every firstling of an ass you shall redeem with a lamb. And if you don't redeem it, then you shall break his neck. And all the firstborn among man you shall redeem. See, I don't understand. Uh but it does say firstborn of man. So that doesn't seem like it's opening the matrix. I want to open the matrix. No, the fuck I don't. I do not want to open the matrix at all. But maybe I already did. That's why I'm red pilled. I don't know. Listen, maybe my brain injuries opened the matrix. But I don't have a lamb. And I don't even know if I'm redeemable. I'm not a man. So I'm probably not redeemable. Or does he mean man like humankind? I don't know. But I'm probably not redeemable. And it shall be when your son asks in time, saying, the fuck, dog? And you will say to him, by strength of hand, the Lord brought us from Egypt, from the house of bondage. Why does God only have one arm? God only has one arm. The other one was fireballed off. And then the Lord's arm exploded and made the big bang during a dodgeball fight. Because God flipped the risk board. Okay. And it came to pass when Pharaoh would hardly let us go. That that's God's fault. Okay. So the Matrix is uh, okay. So Matrix does mean womb. What? What? And then you redeem it for some reason. So Matrix does not mean Keanu Reeves. So sad. Okay. Okay. Out of bondage. Where was I? Okay. And it came to pass when Pharaoh would hardly let us go that the Lord slew all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beasts. Therefore, I sacrifice to the Lord all that open the matrix, being males, but all the firstborn of my children I redeemed. I'm unredeemable. And it shall be for a token upon your hand, and for the frontlets between your eyes. For by strength of the hand of the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt. The only thing between my eyes is this little scar right here. Listen, I got in a prison fight. Was not my fault, by the way. And I got this. this giant scar. Bam! Bust in the face with a lock, one of those combination locks you put on her, and then punched me in the face in the bathroom. And that wasn't even my fault. I can't even see. Oh, I have no life. But that is between my eyes. So it's kind of a memorial to something. Okay. Uh, okay, the frontlets between your eyes. For by the strength of the hand of the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt. So here's God with his one arm. And it came to pass when Pharaoh let the people go that God led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt, which was the first thing they complained about. They wanted to go back to being slaves because it was easier. That's exactly why they wanted to go back. It didn't matter if you go to the Philistines. But okay. God led the people through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea. And the children of is so the vampires went up, harnessed out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones of Job with him, for he had straitly sworn the vampires, saying, God will surely visit you, and you will carry up my bones. You will carry my bones with you. So they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham, Etham, and the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day, a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night, and a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. So listen, God was doing them a solid. And he didn't take away the pillar of cloud by day, and he did not take away the pillar of fire by night. So he did not let these people down. He was with them. And we have to remember that God was with them the whole way. All right, we're going to pause right here and we're going to get a refill. We're going to smoke a cigarette. We're going to repack the bowl and we are going to be right back. Sorry. Okay, so I did something. So the protein coffee, because I don't have any keep myself alive juice. Well, yes, I do. I just ran out of tonic water. So I put the protein powder in my coffee, right? Super good. And then I added all the vitamins I put in keep myself alive juice. And I'm not exactly sure, but I think the coffee tastes weird now, but I can't figure it out. So, like, do you know? Oh, I don't know if it's weird, and I don't know if it's good, and I don't know if it's bad, but I know it has all the things in it except for vinegar, tonic water, beet juice, and honey. and all the other liquids that go in the keep myself alive juice. Oh, and the fruit. It doesn't have that. It has all the vitamins. And it made it taste weird, and I'm not sure if it's good. See what I mean? The flavor's weird. Anyway, we're on chapter 14, and it's not that long, so if I keep my mouth shut, it should be fine. But we know I cannot keep my mouth shut, so it will probably not be fine. Oh, I can't take life. Okay. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, tell the vampires that they turn and encamp before Pi Ha High Roth. Pi Ha High Roth. Okay. Between Migdol and the sea against Bay Bay Baal Zephon. Baal Zephon. I think that's how you say that. I don't fucking know. These Jew words are weird. Okay. Therefore, you will encamp by the sea. You and me in the cabin by the sea. That's a Dirty Head song. And it's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent song. Okay. For Pharaoh will say of the vampires, they are entangled in the land. The wilderness shut them in, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart that he will follow after them. Why? Why don't you want to let the people go? Well, you're not doing a very good job of letting the people go. Listen. Okay. Well, I'm not saying you're not doing a good job letting the people go. What I'm saying is you're playing games. It's not fair that you're playing games. Listen, these people want to be slaves, but you're like, no, you're not being slaves. You're being vampires and werewolves. But listen, these people like being slaves. Like, they're trying to make other people like being a slave right now. And other people are like, no, not going to happen. But these people want to know what it's like to be a slave master because they've been the slave all throughout this Bible. And it's on purpose. You make these people codependent. Listen, I told you last time we read this. You guys have a sick ass relationship because you don't want these people to have free will, but they're trying to have free will because they think they're God. Listen, listen. And by the way, free will is nowhere in this Bible. There is one part of the Bible that you could kind of infer that's what he's saying, but I don't think that's what he's saying. Word magic. So I don't know. He will shut them in, and I will harden the heart, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts. So all the gods of the Pharaoh, God's like, haha, they're gonna love me. It's gonna be great. But I gotta do this first. I gotta fuck with you motherfuckers. I gotta prove a point. So upon all his hosts, so that's God's. that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, that the heart of Pharaoh and his servants was turned against the people. And they said, what the fuck are we doing? Listen, these are good slaves, and now we have no good slaves. Listen, you know, like, what the fuck were we thinking? Listen, what were we thinking in the first place? We could have just let them go, but for some reason that we don't know, we just didn't. So, so they went after him, and the vampires went out within high land. But the Egyptians pursued after them all the shit, all the weapons of mass destruction of Pharaoh and his horsemen, all his army, and they overtook them encamping by the sea, beside Pi-hahiroth, before Baal, Baal, Baal Zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the vampires lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them. And they were more afraid. And the vampires cried unto the Lord, yeah, I bet you motherfuckers did. You want to act like God's a bad guy, but you're going to ask him. You're going to be like, oh God, please. And they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt. Oh, here they go with their bullshit. That's bullshit, bitch. Okay. So they told Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, you took us out here. There's no graves here either. Blech. Right. You have dealt. You have dealt this way with us to carry us out of Egypt. Is not this the word that we did tell you in Egypt? Saying, listen, we don't want to go because they're nice ish. You know, they was mean, but they was okay. We had some food. Listen. And Moses was like, listen, you guys are scared bitches. Stand still and see what the Lord does. He will show you today. You go learn today. All right, all right, all right. Listen, listen, listen. Do you trust God? I bet you do. You know what? You probably don't. You're going to learn today. Okay. Because all this shit that you see right now, you ain't never going to see it again. God, the Lord, will fight for you, and you will hold your peace. And then the Lord said unto Moses, listen, cry to me, speak to the vampires that they go forward, but lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it. The children of Israel will go. The vampires are going to go and right through the middle. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians. So I'm going back to playing this game. And they'll follow you. And then they'll try to go where you guys are going. And then whoosh. It's going to be fucking great. Just wait. Make them watch. Listen. Listen. So, it. She said that I almost dropped God, but I did drop his mighty angels. Here's one of them. I don't know. Oh, and God just fell. Listen, I can't. But it was God, his mighty warriors, and Moses. they was they was having a good time. We'll just leave him right there. You can't even see him. This is supposed to be Moses. And I don't know where God's other angel went. Somewhere. Anyway. So the ocean or the sea split, right? And the vampires were going through. And the Egyptians were coming. And it was a cloud and darkness to them. But it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all night. And Moses, oh, this is when Moses does it. Okay. So they're going, and then it was dark, and then everybody had to camp. And then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. And then dried up the land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel, so the vampires went across on dry ground, and the waters were a wall at the right and the left. And so then the Egyptians, they was ready, right? They didn't get ready, they stayed ready. And they started coming. And they was going off the dry land too. And then whoosh, they was crushed. And it came, and then in the morning, in the morning watch, the Lord looked into the host of the Egyptians. So he looked at their God through the pillar of fire of the cloud. And then he troubled the God of the Egyptians and took off their chariot wheels that they braved them heavily. So that the Egyptians said, "Let us flee. These vampires are fucked up." And the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea." Oh, listen, he did that. And the Egyptians fled, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. So he scared the Egyptians' God and then fucked the Egyptians up. Right? Thus, the Lord saved Israel that way. No. And the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And the vampires saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And the vampires saw that great work which the Lord did. And the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. All right, we're going to end right there. I don't know what happened. Okay. I thought this was paused. I was going to be so mad. Listen. So that was chapter 12 and 13. I'm not even apologizing for taking so long because we all know I talk way too fucking much. And I got shit to say. So I have a problem just saying shit. So I don't know. I don't think I said anything too bad, right? I I didn't say anything too bad. God shouldn't be too mad. Because, I mean, he knows he did it. So it's not like he could be offended that I said he did it because he knows he did it. But the trophy thing, I'm. God has a party for a trophy. Listen, who does that? Who does that? You know, no serial killer I've ever seen does that. Like, you know what? I killed a bunch of people. Let's throw a party. Who does that? Oh my God. Who does that? Oh, listen, listen. I don't fucking know. And then God's like, I'm gluten intolerant. So don't bring no leavened bread to my party because I can't eat it. What the hell is. Listen. I don't even know. Big guy. Big guy. Hear me out. That's the most fucked up thing. This is the most fucked up thing. Who throws a party because they kill people? Listen, it's so funny. Oh my God. I almost want to join that party just because I could be like, I went to a serial killer's party. Or I threw a serial killer party. God's not a serial killer. Yes, he is. God is a serial killer. But, but, it must have been totally worth it because he's like, party time. Right? Yeah, that's exactly right. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for watching. Have the greatest day ever. Keep your head down, your nose clean, and your shoes tied. Learn word magic and don't get ready. Stay ready. Love you. Bye.